G'day there, how you going? Today we're going to try and share with you a couple of the hand signals that we've talked about previously, particularly the hand signals that you might use when you're anchoring, lifting the anchor, taking up a mooring or dropping a mooring. Okay. Not too many of them, but it's just a whole heap easier to use some basic hand signals than it is to try and yell from one end of the boat to the other, especially when the dude on the helm back here can't hear what you're saying up on the bow, because more often than not, people look forward of the boat, talk forward of the boat, their voice goes forward of the boat. The guy in the helm, or the person on the helm back here, has got the engine thumping away, can't hear shit. All they can see is the back of you going, rant, rave, rant, rave. So it's all bullshit. So let's not do that. So, first things first. What we're going to do is that as the guy at the helm coming into anchor, I've picked a spot where we're going to drop the anchor, okay? So I'm going to steer the boat onto that particular position that I've chosen. And when I get there, I'm going to give a thumbs up to my trusty bullhead person up on the bow. And that just means let the anchor go. So I've brought the boat to a stop, give them a thumbs up and a nice smile and a nod, go for it. So what they're going to do now, they're going to run out, I don't know, maybe the first 10, 20, 25 metres of chain. We will have pre-arranged how much depth is going to come out. We're going to run out, let's say, half to 3/4 of our chain, and we're going to set the anchor. All right, we're coming into this fucking anchorage. Stupid prick, don't know why he wants to come in here. Yep, happy days. Yeah, we're having a great time. And all right, he's told me that it's okay to let the anchor go. So I'm going to let the anchor go now. Yep. Sure, skipper, you dick. Anchor's going down, anchor's going down, 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 down. Yeah, skipper, there's 20 metres down, 20 metres. That's right, 20 metres. You do all your thing to set the anchor, you dumbass. So they give me the thumbs up to say yes, that let's call it 20 metres has gone out. I go fine, I put the boat into reverse, and I just idle back onto the chain until it sets, okay? So then I'm doing this, we're not doing this, we're on a mooring, we're actually anchored here at the moment, so we're not going to worry about it too much. This is an exercise. So I've put the boat into reverse, I've reversed back onto the 20 metres of chain that's gone out, and the anchor has set. I'm checking out off the beam aligning to make sure that the boat is not moving backwards and that the anchor has in fact set. Once it's set, I'm going to my bullhead assistant deckhand up there. I'm giving them a thumbs up saying, yep, that's fine, the anchor is set, which is telling them now it's time to let out the remainder of the anchor. And he's back there setting the anchor, putting it in reverse like he's all important and stuff. So yeah, big smile. Happy days, Captain. Okay, the anchor's set, has it, Captain, to your satisfaction? Stupid prick. Okay. And we've got 20 metres out, we've got 30 metres out, and we've got 40 metres out, and there's our designated 50 metres that we agreed on before. So we're all 50 metres, that's it. I'm putting the snubber on now. The snubber being the thing that's going to take the load off the anchor windlass from the chain to a cleat. So, there's our 50 metre set. Captain Wonderful's back there, he's got his shit going on, everything's fine. We're happy days. We will have determined how much chain is going out, or how much road, which is the correct term, before we've come in here. So if we've got 10 metres of depth, I'm going to want to let out, say, 50 metres. So if we've already let out 20 or 30 metres, my next thumbs up is going to be, go ahead, bullhead, let out the remainder of the up to 50 metres, and then we'll go from there. I will then do the procedure just to set the anchor again, leave it running, the engine running in reverse, just to pull the boat back onto the chain, to take up the tension, take out any loops that might be sitting on the bottom, and I want to be 110% certain that the boat is stable and that we're not dragging anywhere at all. So I'm looking over the beam, either the starboard or the port beam, to make sure that we're not dragging. And I'm aligning myself with something fixed on the land. I'm not aligning myself with other boats or moorings or shit floating around, because that shit's floating around, right? I'm aligning myself with something fixed just to make sure that we're not moving back, all right? So my faithful assistant up there on the foredeck has assisted us in getting the anchor down and set. Next step is to raise the anchor. So the process with raising the anchor is quite simple. Me as skipper I'm looking around to make sure that I can understand what the currents are doing, what the wind's doing, what other vessels are around. But as far as the hand signals are concerned, because that's what today is all about, faithful assistant up on the foredeck is going to be giving me a thumbs up to say, okay, I'm ready to go. The engine will have been started, we've done all of our warm-ups and all of our pre-starts and stuff, and now we're ready to bring in the anchor. So Buffhead up there is going to bring in a little bit of anchor to remove the snubber, and the snubber is the thing that we've talked about before. So the snubber is going to come off, and then Buffhead's going to start bringing in the chain, and he's going to be showing me what direction he wants the boat to go in. So by the signals that he's giving me up there now, I can determine which way I need to take the boat. So he will give me a flat palmed point in this direction, meaning he wants me to flat palm, engage forward. I will engage forward gear, and I will steer the boat a little bit to my port. He will clench his fist when he wants me to put it into neutral, and that means that he is effectively driving the boat. I'm just the guy pulling on the throttle and steering the wheel. Okay, next thing we're going to be doing now, going to be bringing this godforsaken anchor in. Now, I've got the anchor windlass controls here under my left foot in by way of deck buttons, one button being up, one button being down. So I'm going to give Buffhead some instructions back there, and that's telling Buffhead that the anchor is running out this way, and I want him to put it in gear because my palm is flat and he can see my back. Otherwise he's not looking because he's a dumbass. Okay, and I'm pulling the anchor chain in, clenched fist, now ready for neutral, and that means that I can now glide the boat, and I'm moving my arm around just to let him know that the anchor chain is now directly below us, and I'm pulling it in. And I've just seen the 40 metre mark come over the deck, so that's good. I still want him in neutral, and the chain is starting to go back out this way again. I'm going to ask him to put it in gear, so I give him a flat palm right across his left cheek would be nice, but I give him a flat palm to put it into gear and drive a bit to starboard, because that's where the chain's going. Now back to neutral, and the chain is coming around to the front directly off our bow, and we're coming up on top of it, and I'm now down to 20 metres. And I need to show him, because he's blind, but I need to show him clearly what is going on up here. So 20 metres, keep it in neutral, everything's fine, chain's coming in, there goes the 10 metre mark, there goes the, well, I don't know what that is, but it's the fuck you mark, that's the 10 metres, still in neutral back there, Skip. Neutral, and here comes the anchor now. I can see it coming up near the surface, and I give him the thumbs up to say that the anchor is at the surface. Now we can get his little power woody and steer us off this anchorage. So we're all good to go. You work out your own system, something that's best for you. Write it down on a piece of paper so you're crystal clear on what it is. The final thing with the pulling into the anchor is that once Buffhead gets the anchor up to the surface, he's going to give me a thumbs up. And what that thumbs up is telling me when the anchor is coming in, he's telling me that the anchor is at the surface. So now I can engage forward and manoeuvre the boat safely to depart that particular anchorage. Okay, we're not bringing it up, we're not moving the boat around beforehand because we don't want the anchor dragging underneath the hull. We want to know that when that anchor is at the surface, he gives me a thumbs up to say we're all good to go. All right, that makes sense? Good job, Buffhead. What we're going to do then is, once he's given me the thumbs up, I engage forward gear, I slowly steer us out while Bullfed brings the anchor up onto the deck and secures it for the next leg of our journey. So the next one we're going to be doing now is coming onto a mooring. And this is a pretty simple process as well. He's chosen a mooring out there off our starboard side. He's told me that that's the one that he wants. So I'm just going to point at it because he's friggin' blind. So I'm going to keep pointing at it and keep pointing at it until we get close to it, because eventually it will get to a point where the mooring buoy or the pickup buoy will disappear into a blind spot for him. And I will be giving him instructions on where that is with my hand. And as we get closer, I'll be saying 5 metres, I'll be saying 4 metres, I'll be saying 3 metres, I will be pointing where it is. I'll be telling him neutral with my clenched fist. All right, neutral with my clenched fist. And that will drive us up onto the mooring. Really, really quite simple. So there's no need for a big long-winded conversation or yelling and screaming match. It's just point your hand, flat palm if you want him in gear, flat palm, clenched fist for neutral, and you just keep steering the boat with your arm directions. Now you guys work out your routine, practice it, and get it going. And then you won't have to deal with a buffoon like I am here. Okay? Job done. Happy days. Okay? Hope that all worked out okay. So you guys have a great day. Any questions, give us a yell. Reach out. Here to help. Happy to help, and hope to see you on the water soon. Bye now.